Hello, this is your first video with us. I just kind of wanted to show you what we've been doing the last couple of days. Right now, because she's not really sure about what a collar feels like and what a leash feels like, we're making it a very positive, very laid-back experience so far. We're not doing any kind of correcting on the leash. We're not doing anything like that. She's staying on a long leash. We haven't messed with the short one yet. The one that I'm using right now is 20 feet long. And that way it's not as scary, and that way we can kind of make it a positive thing first before we start teaching her what's expected. That way it doesn't come off a little too strong. And so how we kind of do that is we just walk around, we hang out. Anytime she voluntarily comes back to me, be it I call her on her own, I'm going to praise her like crazy, I'm going to give her a treat. What that does is not only help with recall, but it also teaches the dog that while you're outside, I'm the coolest thing around, which is hands down the most important thing when you have a dog outside. You have to be the coolest thing. You have to be what the dog wants. Otherwise, it's going to key up on something like she's doing right now. She's looking at something, probably a cat, and they're going to go for it, and they're not going to listen to you because that cat's more interesting than you. But if I teach the dog early on that I'm the most interesting thing around because I have food, I have praise, I have love, then it's not going to be, A, they're not going to run off quite as easily. You'll have a much better recall. And B, if they do run off, you'll be able to get their attention much easier. So that's what we're kind of going to do. I'm just going to sit back and let y'all watch while I'm doing some work with her. Zelda! Come on. Come on. Oh, good girl. Come this way. Come on. Good girl. Look what I got. Good girl. No, you do want it? That's okay. Come on. Hi, good girl. Oh, hi, good girl. Yes, ma'am. Good job. Good girl. Whoop, that's the wrong direction. Come back this way. Good girl. Yes, ma'am. Good job. No treat, just lovies. We could just do lovies. Yeah, we could just do lovings. Yeah. No, ma'am. Thank you. Good girl. So she's already kind of starting to get the concept because you notice she's hanging around me a lot more, which makes it harder to show her on the video for you. But you can already tell it's kind of working. Every time she gets distracted, she'll come right back to me like that, where she kind of checks in. Good job, good girl. Say that's exactly what we want to see, because that means that I'm more important than what I'm smelling. Get down. Thank you. Oh, goodness. Come here. Come here. Zelda, good girl. Good, come here. Get down. Good, come here. No jumping. Let's go this way. Come on. Good girl. Good job. So this is what we're going to kind of do. Once she gets really comfortable with this, we'll move on where we'll start decreasing the amount of leash she has as we go on walks. While we're outside here in the yard, she'll obviously have a lot more longer leash. That way she's comfortable and can do her business. Because I don't know about you, but I'd rather not do my business standing right next to somebody. And so we use the long leads to give them a little bit of privacy, a little bit of wiggle room to walk and run and have fun. But like I said, as she gets more comfortable with this, we'll go ahead and start transitioning to doing a little bit more leash pressure with this one, putting on a shorter leash and walking around to get used to that, and transitioning into walks, where we'll obviously start working on loose leash walking, heeling, that sort of thing. Come on, let's go this way. Good girl. Good job. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. We also might do some stuff that's, I'm not quite sure what it's called in the dog world. In the horse world, it's called liberty work. If you're familiar with horses, you probably understand the concept. Is where you create a bond with the dog via kind of like running around, dancing, playing, things like that. You just build a trust, play tag, play chase, stuff like that. And the dog kind of follows you as they start to trust you and comes back to you and things like that. So we might do that, and I could show you some videos of that too if you're interested. It's something that you are obviously more than welcome to do at home. A lot of times you don't really necessarily have to. I don't even necessarily have to, but I like it because it builds our trust together a little bit better, especially when I only have her for such a short time, and I have to have that trust a lot sooner than somebody that lives with her all the time. But this is what we're going to do for now. She's doing really good in the kennel. She's very quiet at night and things like that. I did notice a little bit of resource guarding when dogs walk by her kennel today. That's something that we'll definitely work on. We're definitely working on jumping. That's obviously a big one. I know y'all expressed that, and we've seen that in just a few days we've had her, that it's a bit excessive. Let's see, what else? We haven't met all of the dogs yet because there's a lot of them, but we have met some, and we're slowly starting to get exposed to all of them. And she's doing really well with it. I'm surprised and impressed at how well she's handling other dogs. A lot of times our breed type, it takes a little bit longer than most, which is fine. Like I said, that's just our breed type. That's something that you have to know and work through. But she's doing really well. So far I'm impressed, and I'm happy with her progress in just a few short days I've had her.